Welcome to the Code with Jason meetup. Today it's just me. To everyone who could have joined this meetup but didn't, you've really let me down. I'm going to share my screen and show what I will do. We're going to work on SaturnCI today as usual. Here we go. Sharing screen. Here it is. Okay. So last time we were working on these tabs, these job one and job two tabs, and making them look nice and stuff. Um, but I noticed an issue. I noticed this issue offline, so it's not in the last video. I noticed that when I scroll down, the menu is no longer sticky. And I don't know when exactly that bug got introduced. I assume when I did something with the tab. So let's see. Um, if I look at my most recent changes, I can't really tell what it is. I don't really care even. I'm just gonna stash it. And then, well, let's see if those changes are the issue, and they are. Okay. Okay. So I think what I want is I want to have a test that will fail if that regression is ever introduced again. So let's have a test that visits this page and then scrolls down and asserts that the menu is still visible. Hey, Rick. Um, I just commented before you joined. It was me alone, and I told everybody that they really let me down. So,
I'm here,
you're
man. I
my one
made
true friend.
it. All right.
Um, okay, so I was just explaining, Rick, that recently I introduced a regression. So you can see right now that if I like scroll in these logs, this menu is sticky. But if I unstash the changes that I just stashed, the menu becomes unsticky. So that's bad. So I want to write a test that fails if the menu goes unsticky. And how do we do that is the question. First, we want to visit this page, and then we want to scroll down. So let's deal with just that much for starters. And also, where do we put this test? Hmm. I see a build navigation spec. I'm curious what's in there. Okay, it's some build navigation related stuff, unsurprisingly. Um, I think that's maybe an appropriate place to put it. But let's do this. Let's create a directory. Spec build navigation system. And then we'll move build navigation spec into build navigation system. Okay. Okay, and now we can create a new test called build, hmm, maybe build navigation stickiness. Okay, and I'll create the shell of this and I'll call it build navigation stickiness. And I'll run just that much just to make sure nothing's horribly broken. Um, I think we need at least one job. Okay. And we certainly need to log in, so let's do that. see, job.build.project.user. And then it'll do describe. Well, no, I don't think I need that. Let's do context. The log pane is scrolled all the way to the bottom. It keeps the build navigation visible. Okay. So first we'll have to visit the path for this job. Or will we actually? Yeah, we should, just to be explicit. Um, it's a monster of a path. Yeah, job detail content. No, not that. Yeah, actually, I think it is that. Job detail content project build job. And I forget what arguments it takes. A lot of them. Project ID, build ID, and ID of the job. Okay. Project ID, job.build.project.id, build ID, job.build.id, ID, job.id. All right. And I think I want to address this like soon because this is madness. It it can infer all this other stuff just from the job. So that would be better. So maybe after this we can address that. Okay. Missing required keys partial. Okay. So the partial should be, let's say, test output. That seems to be taking a long time for some reason. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it so it shows the browser so we can dwell on the page for a moment and just make sure it looks how we expect, and it does. But of course, in order to scroll down, we're going to need some stuff here. So let's give this job some test output. I'll put it down here so it doesn't get in the way. It's going to be, actually, you know what? Let's do this. Um, test output is a property of job. Is that right? Yeah. But we still have it on build. That is like not good. That seems like something I should fix. All right, mental note. Let's address that also. Test output, and we can put, okay. In Ruby, how, in Ruby, without using any libraries, how can I generate a whole bunch of gibberish? Too complicated. Give me a simple one-liner. Mhm. Even that's too complicated. All right, I'm just gonna go like this. ASDF space times 1000. Oh, actually, let's do this. There, new line. Okay, 1000 lines of that should certainly be sufficient. Oh, I forgot my binding.pry. Okay, it's arguably too much even, but that's fine. Okay. Um, let's see. Yeah, now we need to scroll to the bottom somehow. How do I make this scroll to the bottom of this element specifically? Job info container, build details content. I don't actually know which one it is. Okay, overflow Y auto, overflow auto. I think maybe it's build details content of the build details content element. Okay, this execute script thing is a little inelegant, but it's a price I'm willing to pay. Okay, let's see if that does it. Oh, and I should add a binding.pry so I can visually verify, and I should do show browser equals true also. Totally doesn't work. Okay. Um, you know what? I should do a cheaper test first. Um, let's do this. We can just do it manually. Um, document.query selector build details content. Okay. Dot scroll top equals. Let's just set it to 1000. Okay. That does not do it. So that means one of two things. Either the JavaScript doesn't work, or I'm targeting the wrong element. Or maybe it means something else that I'm not thinking of. But let's try job info container. That works. Okay. So build details content gets changed to job info container. Oops, I want to keep that. Okay. Let's see what that gives us. Okay. It only scrolled part way down, which is interesting. But let's see what it's doing. Scroll top equals blah, 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 dot scroll height. What if instead we just hard code it?
Do you have to change the second build details content to job info container?
Oh, I thought I did. Huh. Hang on, what the heck did I do? I forgot the slash G. Okay. Thanks for catching that. Now it scrolls all the way to the bottom. Wonderful. Okay. And now we can expect the nav to be visible. Um, and say expect page to have content test output. Okay. That seems to have worked. But the question is, does this test fail when it should fail? Oh, that happened too fast. Huh. It is not scrolling down. That's interesting. Um, okay, here's another interesting thing. Here, see how the scroll bar extends just up to this dark gray bar and no further? Here, it extends all the way to the top.
Well, it's like it's in a different, well,
Yeah, it's like it's on a different
a
element.
different div or something.
Hmm. Well, that's a bummer because our test is invalid. Um, wait, but why doesn't it scroll? You know what? Okay, here's what we can do. Let's add something to the very bottom that will force it to work. So we can do this. Okay, we can do test output equals that plus this is the end. Are you a Doors fan, Rick?
Yeah, I used to listen to some of the Doors.
Yeah.
I was more of a Who fan.
Oh yeah, I really like them. Okay, test output. Yeah, yeah. We want to expect it to say this is the end. How ironic. And this is the end, he says, this is the end, my only friend. I think that's what the lyric is. And that's what I said at the beginning of the episode. Okay, expect. Wait, did I say that's ironic? It's not ironic, it's coincidental. Okay, expect page to have content. This is, you know what? Let's make it more, let's make it clearer. End of test output, bottom of test output. There we go. Okay, so we expect it to have content, bottom of test output, and then expect it to have the content of test output. And I'm guessing that this will fail because it won't get to the bottom.
Your
Well,
scroll
it did
bar
get
is
to
still
finding that
outside.
pry. Okay. So, hmm. Okay. Time for ChatGPT's help. This test passes even though um, the job info container pane is not scrolled down far enough for bottom of test output to be visible. Let's see what it tells us. Hmm. No, I don't think it understands. No, you don't understand. I guess I didn't tell it the significant part. The scrolling is failing due to a bug in my code. I added the this, but not the wait, to make sure my test is valid. Um, but my test is not valid because the expect is not failing as it should. Huh. I don't love that. Do I have to use JavaScript? It does not natively support checking if an element is within a scrolled area. Well, let's see if it somehow works anyway. And if it doesn't, then maybe we need to use that nasty JavaScript. Yeah, that didn't work. Okay, so we have to use the nasty JavaScript. Again, that's a price I'm willing to pay. I'm not happy to pay it, but I'm willing to because it seems to be the only way. Okay, yeah. Unexpected token var. Hmm. Okay. Maybe, well, I mean, I doubt that it's because it wants lead instead, but let's try that and see what happens. But I really doubt that. Huh. Unexpected identifier container. Okay. I don't understand. Let's see. Let's see what it says about this. Okay. Improper formatting of the JavaScript block. Hmm. Let's give this a try, although I am skeptical. What do you know? It didn't work. All right. Let's try the old-fashioned way. Capybara um page.evaluate script. Oh, okay, here's this. Hmm. It's not obvious how that might be different. But here's a question. Let's see if we can evaluate a simpler script. Visible equals page dot evaluate script. True. Okay, that works. All right, let's go a step further. And go like this and just put true. Okay. Let's do their container equals true. Okay, that fails. Unexpected token var. Okay. Yeah, okay. So let's share this. This works. This doesn't. Oh, this gives an error. Okay. Let's see what it has to say about that. I'm highly skeptical that it has anything to do with a multi-line string. Um, let's do a test to test that hypothesis. I predict ChatGPT is going to be wrong, but maybe I'll be wrong about that. No, this gives the same error. The multi-line aspect is not the issue. Hmm. All right, let's look for a more involved evaluate script example. Okay, here's somebody says it's not working. That might be helpful. Let's do evaluate script multiple lines. Not that that's the issue. So actually that's probably not a fruitful path. Um, assign variable. Hmm. Seems like we should be able to use variables. Hmm. This might be dumb, but what if we do JS true? I don't see how that could possibly make a difference. We're already using JavaScript. Yeah. Okay, let's try this. Oops. Evaluate script that. Missing the closing parentheses. Well, this is different. Is it possible that somehow my JavaScript is actually not valid? Let's see. Hmm. Let's try this. Let foo equal bar. Unexpected identifier foo. This is a real puzzle. Okay, so that's not our issue. Oh, just to make sure I'm not crazy, let's do this. Let foo equal bar. Yeah, I do know how a JavaScript variable works. So that's not the issue. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything that looks promising here. Return window dot status. Let's just try this one for fun. Um, return window dot status. Do I have that right? Yeah. Unexpected token return. Okay. Let's see what kind of driver I'm using. Um, let's see. It would be this one. Oh, and let's try it like this and see if that makes any difference. It does not make any difference. Still doesn't work. Does this tell you anything? Yeah, let me try return true. Let me get rid of this for a minute. Same issue. Okay. Even this fails. And I'll give it the error. See what it says now. I want it to get off of its idea that it's the multi-line issue because that's clearly not it. It's like being really dumb. Um, forget the original question. Page.evaluate script return to should absolutely work, should it not? Okay. It's saying let's simplify it, but oh, I see. Okay. Sure, I'll buy that. Um, okay. Test spec.rb. Okay. I will tell it about this. Oh, and is it telling me? Yeah, I don't know. This looks like the same. Hmm. Okay, it thinks it could be a Chrome driver issue. I guess maybe. Let's see, Chrome driver version 124, blah, blah, blah. All right. Now, what was it? Brew upgrade Chrome driver. Chrome driver version differences do cause weird issues sometimes. All right. Apparently, that's going to take a bit. So, in the meantime, interesting. In the meantime, where's my error? Here's one. Unexpected token. Okay. Capybara evaluate script unexpected token. Okay, this is not our same issue. This really doesn't seem to be a common issue. Okay. Says it was updated. Oh, okay. Now we have to like approve it. Um all right, I'm going to go to my settings, privacy and security, wherever that is. And then Chrome driver, allow anyway. Okay. Okay. 125. So it did indeed get updated. Let's see if that does anything for us. Unshockingly, no. All right, let's try a bundle update because that was the other suggestion. I don't feel great about just like grasping at straws like this, but what can you do? Well, this is updating quite a lot of gems. All right. While we're waiting for that, we can keep doing some other stuff. I don't think this is going to be too fruitful. It's upgrading Rails itself. I guess I'm okay with that. Okay, that's all finished. I'll be surprised if that made any difference. Oh, Puma 5 is not compatible with Rack 3. Okay. Please upgrade to Puma 6 or higher. All right, Puma 6. Hopefully there aren't too many issues like this. Yeah, same issue, not too surprising. Okay. Well, this is extremely annoying. Let's revert those updates that we just did since that didn't fix anything. And I'm even gonna restash some of this stuff just so it doesn't distract me. Um, let's see. How do I stash just some files? Okay, git stash push dash p. What does that do? Oh, stash this hunk. Um, yes, yes, yes. Oh, oh, okay. I need to do it a little bit differently. Okay, git stash push dash p. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, what? What a day, huh?
Some days you just chase your tail, it seems like.
Yeah. Um, okay. I'm gonna do this. Um, I'm gonna take this since it's the only thing that I really care about and do move dot dot slash. Yeah, just move dot dot slash. Git stash pop. Git add. Git stash. Okay. And then I'll do move dot dot slash. What was it called? There. Okay. Okay. Now that I don't have all that other stuff in the way, I think it'll help me think. Okay. I don't need that. Pick out that too. And that. I can simplify my driver config, so I'll do that. And I will take out this headless option. We should see a browser pop up now. Okay, same error. Yep. All right, I'm going to get rid of these two options just to see. I'm not even really sure what they do. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I'm gonna up I'm gonna update my Chrome version, I think. Wonder what the latest version is. What's my Chrome driver version again?
125.
125.06422. Okay. 7.8, whereas this is 7.7. Let's see what it updates to. It's taken a bit. Okay, in the meantime, you can keep looking at this. I'm gonna rename this just to Selenium. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, that seems about as simple as can be. Okay. Now this matches my Chrome driver version. It says relaunch, so I guess I'll do that. Okay. I don't really expect anything to be fixed, but we'll see. Yep, same error. Oh, yeah, I closed everything. Okay, that's what we have. And then this is my Chrome config, my driver config. And then this is what we're getting. Got any ideas now? Um, what? Forget about the scrolling. I just want evaluate script to work. Page that evaluate script. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the very basics. Okay. Well, the documentation is pretty bare on this one. What if it's not supposed to be page dot, but it's just supposed to be evaluate script? I don't feel like that would make a difference. Also, what did I just do? Yep, same thing. But also, let's try something here. Return true. Okay, so that's not even valid syntax anyway. Var foo equals bar. Okay, it should be able to do that. But you know what? That returns undefined. Okay. Var foo equals bar foo. Let's see what we get for that. Unexpected token var. Okay. Could it be that evaluate script is just very limited in what kinds of stuff it can do? Is it possible that evaluate script is just very limited in what kinds of JavaScript it can parse, it can execute? Hmm. Okay, here we have like an immediately invoking function. Let's try that. Function. Okay, let's see what happens. Ha! Okay. So that's interesting. All right. Okay. So give me some code that will check the page for the presence of bottom of test output and put the JavaScript in an immediately invoking function expression. Okay, but it's not document dot body. It's the job info thing. Um, that's fine. Man, I feel like ChatGPT is being like really dumb today. Okay. Yeah, it's not that, it's oh whoops. Okay, actually, let's hmm. I don't know if I have that syntax right or not. Huh. Okay. Let's make it so it should fail and see if it does fail when it should fail. It does not. Well, how about that? Oh, well, we don't, okay. We don't have an expectation. Expect visible to equal true. Okay, so it's supposed to be true and it's false. What's it going to be now? Okay. Well, I feel a bit better about the validity of the test now. But wait, it's passing right now. But oh, okay, it's not scrolling to the bottom.
And your scroll bar is back in line with the div.
That's expected. What's not expected is for the test to be passing when it's not even scrolling to the bottom. Like this part, this like visible part shouldn't be passing. Okay. Visible returns true even when the job info, what was it? Container element is not scrolled to the bottom, and therefore the bottom of test output content is not actually visible. So I guess the JS must be wrong. Wow. That's insane. Okay, that's insane. You can do something much simpler.
Like it says, you're right.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what this says. Okay, that fails. What if we allow it to scroll? Looks like it got past it. Okay, wonderful. Run that again just for fun. Okay. And then I'll revert this all back to what it was originally. Right. And then I don't think we need this JS true. Okay. Well, I'm definitely going to commit that because that was a hard-won victory. Add test for stickiness of build nav. Okay. And have my builds even been passing? Oh yeah, that last one did. Okay. And then I wonder if this will pass on CI. Okay. So I know we're over time, Rick. I'm just gonna keep going though. If you have to drop off, no big deal.
No, I just want to know, did you, after you did all those changes to the driver config and stuff, did you want to make it fail again? You know, take out that script where it scrolls?
Um,
Or maybe
yeah,
not.
well, what I want to do is do the get stash pop. So now if I refresh this, now the bug's back. And so my hope and expectation is that if I run this test, it will. Ah, that is frustrating. Okay, let's see what's going on.
Your,
Okay.
your scroller is outside the div again.
Yeah, and I think I fooled myself. I think my test gave me a false positive. No, didn't we make sure that the test failed when it should have failed?
You did, but then I thought you changed all the driver config stuff. And then you didn't go do it
Oh,
again.
and then I didn't check it again. Yeah, let's okay. Git stash. So if I don't scroll, does the test pass or fail?
Yeah. So you expect it to fail now, right?
Right. And it fails.
And then uncomment and it passes.
Mm-hmm. So it might be something weird with the JavaScript here, because this is quite a lot of stuff. Um, let's see if maybe I can split this onto multiple lines and make it easier to understand. Um, Oops. Oops. Okay, does that still function if it's split to multiple lines? Looks like it does. Just out of paranoia, I'm going to do this again. Okay. 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 So getting my container or specifying the text defined, scroll top plus container height. Okay, scroll top. Oh, okay. This is so dumb. It's not actually performing the test that I want it to. It's just saying, am I scrolled down? Like that's really not the thing. Um, okay. Let me see. Yeah, that's so dumb. Okay. So this, if this is commented out, this should fail, which I'm guessing right now it doesn't. Yeah. This test passes, but it ought to fail because page isn't scrolled down, and so bottom of test output isn't visible. There has to be a way that we can check for text that's actually visible on the screen. Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so it's looking in this container rectangle.
Kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how it's actually working. Okay, elements. Okay, I don't see how that's supposed to do the thing. Because never again, as far as I can tell, do we refer to text defined. Oh, inner text includes text defined. Okay. What the heck? I'll give it a try. Okay, let's see if this fails. No, it passes. Not surprisingly. Okay, let's again revert to the old-fashioned way. Capybara, um, expect text within scroll area. Ignore hidden elements equals true. Hmm. It's kind of weird that it's like a global setting, but I guess I'm fine with that. Um, okay. Rails helper. Um, there. And now we can forget about all this crazy scrolling, all this JavaScript business, and we can say expect page to have text bottom of text bottom of text output test output. Okay, that passed when it should have failed. So this seems not to have worked. Okay, how to detect element is present within viewport. That seems relevant. Oh, it's interesting. It's doing something similar here. Okay, let's take another swing at this. That's not the one. Okay, we'll need to copy paste it again. Okay, so let's take a little bit of a closer look at this code. We have our container, our text defined. Container.query selector all filter by inner text includes text defined. Okay. Okay, element is present within viewport. Okay, hang on a second. What is the big picture thing we're trying to do? We want to scroll down and we want to make sure that it's scrolled down. Because why? What was happening? It was failing to scroll down, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Back to the drawing board. But I think this might be pretty quick. Okay. So we can undo this Rails helper thing because it didn't work. Um, Git stash pop. So this should be buggy now. Put a binding.pry. We'll say show browser equals true. And it should, yeah, it's not scrolling to the bottom. So we want to assert that this element is scrolled to the bottom. It's not scrolling to the bottom because that element's not scrollable. Maybe we can just assert that that element's scrollable. Okay. Is there a way that we can assert that job info container is scrollable? Verify its scroll height is greater than its client height. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see what we get here. Okay. Okay, now I want a more informative error message. Is there any way, how can we give a more informative error message like element is not scrollable? Okay. Okay. And here instead, I'll say the log pane is not scrollable. Okay. And I see there it says the log pane is not scrollable. now, okay, git reset, git add, spec, build navigation. I'll commit it. Fix test. Git stash again. If I run it now, does it pass? Okay, good, because it was supposed to. Okay, I'm going to push that. And now finally, Rick, we're at a state where our test passes when it should and fails when it should fail. That's that's where I want to leave it, I think, for today. And then when we pick back up, we can actually fix the bug.
No, that's good.
All right. Well, thanks, Rick, for joining me. Thanks, dear YouTube viewer, for joining us, and I'll see you next time.